my YouTube fam, welcome back. So today I thought I would vlog on mental health because I've had a few requests for it. So today's topic is going to be my 5 top tips of how to cope when your depression anxiety is really bad. I thought this would be relevant and helpful because I've just come out of a period of where my mental health has been really bad and my depression and anxiety has been playing up. So I have actually written down the tips that I try to implement when I'm feeling quite negative and in that kind of headspace. So I hope that other people find these tips useful and helpful. Okay, so number 1, speak to your GP. Now I know this might sound like a weird tip, but the reason why I have it and the reason why I have it at my number 1 tip is because I guess this was the first step for me of dealing with, accepting and moving on from my depression anxiety. So when I say speak to your GP, if you haven't already done so, many different doors can open for you once you talk to a health professional. So here in Australia we have something called a mental health care plan, and basically this plan, if you're eligible for it, it unlocks mental health resources such as psychologist and psychiatrist visits at a rebated discount, so which can be quite helpful. Also, they might refer you to a psychiatrist who is a mental health specialist, or they might actually recommend you go on medication. So I guess talking to a health professional, it helps, 1, put it out there that you're not feeling right. 2, it gives you extra support in that sort of field, in terms of like the health professional field. 3, it gives you options. And when you're feeling particularly down and out, having options can mean the world of difference. Number 2 is make sure you have a solid network support around you. So for me this includes work, so they're aware of what's happening and they can be there to support me if and when I need them. 2, this is where your family and your friends come in, so that can mean parents, your partner, other people that you're related to and close to, obviously some good friends, people that you trust and that you can confide in so you don't feel so alone. I guess the importance of this one is it just helps ease the burden a little bit, especially they might not necessarily be aware, and it sort of stops that guessing game in terms of they know what's up with you, so therefore they can give you the support that you might need. It gives you more options in terms of if you need extra support at that particular given time, and that can mean emotional support, financial, helping around the house, they can bring over cooked meals, it can be in any number of different ways. Knowing that you're not alone can just make the world of difference. Tip 3. So this one is learn your red flags. And what I mean by red flags is usually before I dip down into a depressive episode, I will exhibit certain behaviours or characteristics that I wouldn't necessarily exhibit, which are red flags or indicators to me that I'm not going quite so well mentally. So for me, this includes, excess sleeping, but for other people it could be not sleeping at all or not sleeping properly, so your pattern's out of sync. It might mean that you're engaging in some kind of addictive behaviour, whether that's self-harming or excess drinking or shopping or something like that. It could be missing work. It could be, repetitive behaviours such as you withdraw from people. So I guess why I say this is a tip, because it gives you an idea of where you're at mentally when you might not necessarily be that aware of how you're feeling and where you're at. So I know that when certain red flags for me crop up, that I'm not doing too well. So that's when I'll implement some of my other tips, such as reach out to my support network and say, hey guys, you know, I need a bit of help. Number 4, be kind to yourself. This particular, you know, period of time that you're going through, you're going to be feeling particularly vulnerable. This is where you need to take each minute at a time, each day at a time, and just sort of batten down the hatches just to get through that moment. If all you achieve in that particular day is a shower or making sure that you're eating properly, then you've achieved something. So rather than looking at what you haven't done or how it's making you feel, look at what you have done and the fact that you're still here and you have survived every single moment up until now, and that you're a lot stronger than what you believe you are. Tip 5, do something nice for yourself. So this is where we do self-soothing. Now this one can be a little bit tricky because I don't recommend doing soothing activities that could turn out to be problem behaviours. So if you're someone who could potentially have an issue with food, then don't reward yourself with food, because we don't want it to tip over into binge eating or one of your problem behaviours. Or if you don't have a lot of money, then don't go out and spend money. But it doesn't have to be anything, you know, that costs a lot of money or it costs any money. You know, having a hot bath, something that just makes you feel good inside yourself. It could be reading one of your favourite books. It could be watching a soapy on TV. It could be going out and grabbing a coffee and reading a magazine. You know, it's just something that makes you feel good and takes your mind off how you're feeling. But what we don't want to do is do something that could trigger a problem behaviour or something else problematic. So guys, I'm going to keep this one relatively short because I am cognizant of the fact that if your depression and anxiety is playing up, your attention span isn't going to be there. So I basically wanted to give you my 5 tips to help other people that might be struggling at this point in time. I hope that you have found them helpful. If you have, as always, I would appreciate a like and comment, and let me know what you want to see next. My videos are very much geared towards what you guys want to see, so I would love for some feedback. And as always guys, you can send me a message on Instagram. I'm here for you. I just want you to know that you're not alone. You don't have to struggle through this, and things will improve, okay? So just one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Okay guys, you got this.